Hey there, welcome to Oracle Star Tarot. That one's to come out. I'm not going to flip it over yet. We're going to do Q&A with Spirit. So I'm going to ask a question and then I'm going to interpret a simple answer. Let's see how far we can go with this. So Spirit, what is the general theme of this reading? Okay, the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is about abundance in terms of love, family, harmony, connection, community, any kind of romantic partnerships, friendships, relationships with pets. Oops. Okay. There's a confirmation right there. Connection, love with others, and what you're going to build and how you're going to build it, and also self-love. Okay. I'm like trying to ask questions first, but Spirit keeps spinning out cards. So this is about love with others. This is about self-love. This is about emotion. And this is about physical affluence, abundance, the environment and the world around you. How can we, the viewers, get to a space of physical and emotional fulfillment? Follow your passion. The answer is follow your passion. Go towards what your heart desires. Just imagine and believe in your vision, no matter what. And you may not know the exact outcome, exactly how it's going to look, but just keep following what brings you excitement and passion. So Spirit, what is something that the viewer can bring with them as they follow their passion? The power of choice and knowing that you have the ability to make a choice in any given situation, the ability to choose things that are of a higher vibration. And you also have the choice. You always have the choice to choose something that maybe not be as good for you, or that may be a little diversion on the path, like the tornado here, but no, you have the power of choice. And so when you go forward following your passion, you are going to get things along your journey that are going to come up that where you're going to have to make a decision. And some of it may be challenging. It may challenge your values. It may challenge your morals. It may divert you from the path of ultimate fulfillment here. But know you have the power of choice, and that you can stop at any given moment and tune into your awareness. That wanted to come out. I didn't ask a question. However, the Wheel of Fortune, that is what is going to change the cycle here. That is where you're going to end up on possibly a different path than you may have ended up before. Keone might come join our reading here. So Spirit, what is a particular decision that, here we go. Hi. What is a particular decision that the viewer might have to face? Okay, it has to do with the Empress card. So the decision is going to involve something that has to do with your empowerment, and something to be mindful of when you do have a decision that comes up to make. Is this a quick? Are you trying to like make something happen really quick? Or are you trying to take your time and allow something to grow? When you take your time, a lot of times it's healthier and stronger with whatever that is. So considering that, as you do make a decision, like, do I want this to be best for the short term, or do I want it to be best for the long term? So Spirit, a question is, what do you recognize about one of the values of the viewer? And in terms of values, I mean, like, what is valuable about the viewer? Worth. Your ability to make things happen. Four of Wands is about stability. It's about union. It's like getting from one place to another. It's kind of that energy of the like getting to those moments that are pivotal in your life, which is like, you know, the Wheel of Fortune is also an energy in terms of that. And so you have the ability to go from one dynamic or experience to another, whether it takes a long time or whether it's very quickly. You do have that ability. And so you're being asked to remember all the achievements that you have made in your life, all the moments that were really significant, where you and other people got together and then this thing happened. And it wasn't the end game, but it was a marking point. Spirit, do you have more insight on what you recognize about the viewer? The Lovers. Okay, Two of Cups, Four of Wands, and the Lovers. You have the ability to connect with other people and look at what you bring to the table when you're in a connection with somebody else, whether that be a friend, a coworker. It looks like some one-on-one energy here. This is community, but this is one-on-one energy. So like, what do you bring? What do people love about you? What do you have that's rare that like you might not even realize you have because it's so normal? It's just every day for you. But like, what do you bring to the table that other people might not bring? That's actually really a blessing and a gift to this world. I mean, can you think about people that you love in your life and think about what they bring to the table? What do you feel when you're around them? What is unique? Isn't it crazy that every single person in your life has something unique about them? How many people are in the world and we all have something really rare and unique about us in terms of how we communicate and our energy and our personality and our just the way that we affect people. It's all so different. Okay, so Spirit wants you to recognize that. What can the viewer release in order to get to this place where they feel really fulfilled in all sorts of ways? The Tower, that's like everything. That's like letting the whole old structure fall away. Of course not the things that are useful and valuable for you, but like the things that aren't. Can you imagine putting them all in a pile and like just burning them down? Release the old story, release the old structure. Leave a situation behind that you know needs to be left behind or that wants to be left behind. Cut the cords. Doing a cord cutting meditation. And you know what it is. So what is it for you? If we could pause and name 3 things that you want to release. It could be fear. It could be some clothes in your closet. I mean, it could be absolutely anything. 3 things. What are they? So you can free up space for the next. Strength. Spirit wants you to know how strong you are. You don't have to do it alone. You are supported. All right, so we're going to go into what is one more thing that the viewer should know, and then we'll read from the Rumi Oracle. So what is something that the viewer can look forward to once they release, once they see their value and their strength, make choices that are aligned with their passion, things like that. The sun's at the bottom of the deck. I feel like that wanted to be seen, but what is one thing that the viewer can expect and be blessed with? A new opportunity. You're going to have a new opportunity, and it's something in the physical realm that is going to help you along the way. It's like the seed that you plant in the garden here. And I just feel like the sun's really significant. It's going to lead you into the light of the sun. You have so many major arcana: the Wheel of Fortune, the Empress, Lovers, Tower, Strength, and the Sun. This new opportunity is going to lead you into a space where you feel like I've made it. Where your cup is overflowing with love. It's like, oh my gosh, I never thought I would get there, but I got there because I knew that I was worth it and I believed in my vision. That's what I see here. So let's pull from the Rumi Oracle. Here comes Keone back again. Keone. She wants to bless your reading here. She loves joining in these readings. So let's pull from the Rumi Oracle and see what we have here. Blessing of Al-Hakim. It's a really pretty card. It's like watercolor. There's water and perhaps the moon and nature. It's very pretty. All right, so to sum this up, sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment. Cleverness is opinion. Bewilderment is vision. Whoa. Okay. Bewilderment. This is like a fresh new energy. This is like a young energy. Be bewildered by life, by your experience. Be curious about the possibilities if you make a different decision. It's a blessing of divine wisdom, soul medicine, a spiritual gift of healing, prophecy, and insight, and the capacity to surrender any impatient claim for what you cannot yet have. Cunie's biting me. So the Empress is about patience. Okay. So it's about being patient, curious, open, and still receptive, which I really feel like the Empress represents that. So rest in assurance that your daily application and effort is enough. And so is your surrender. And the price of being closer to the divine is giving up your need to always understand. You may unexpectedly feel that in some ways your vision for your life purpose is clearer than ever before, and in other ways completely unknown to you, a discovery yet to be made. That is as it should be. Wow. If you're uncertain about an issue in your life, like this choice energy, be at peace. Okay. There's divine healing that can occur most readily in the unknowing. Follow the sacred honoring ritual and know that all is indeed well, beloved soul. You might find yourself craving different company with different interests, or finding the world of opinions and debate rather less to your liking, and the worlds of creative expression more nurturing and more nourishing to your essence. Trust the changes you feel within. They are seedlings of a new way that shall grow from one step into an entirely new and more sacred orientation in your life, which is that Wheel of Fortune. You might not necessarily have an idea of how that will happen. To know less can bring the greatest gift and blessing of all, to be able to love and therefore live more freely. So this is coming to bring you peace. All is well. Let the fire inside you ignite you rather than consume you. So then you shall have peace and dynamic movement, and at the same time restful stillness and soul-inspired action. All at once. You shall become one with the living holy paradox, and the healing power of your love shall know no bounds. And you can ask your higher power, I call on the divine presence that loves me unconditionally, and I surrender into your wisdom. I love that. So it's like a paradox. It's being still and acting. It's facing choices and not pressuring yourself and knowing you'll be divinely guided. It's having a vision, yet not forcing it. It's having love and connection, yet also not pushing for that, allowing it to show up in your life. It's action and it's allowance. It's trust, and it's letting divine guide you. And it's knowing that you will be okay. That's the energy of this reading. And that's the answer. So, yeah, it's knowing and it's not knowing. That's fun. Takes a lot of pressure off, I feel. Yeah, and it takes a lot of fear away. You don't have to know everything, but you already know a lot. So, yeah. All right, well, thank you for watching this reading. I hope something resonated with you and that you have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.